when this came into my life, just before that, I was completing my studies as a business manager, and the whole course of study kind of, it seemed to offer so many solutions, and they were all kind of more or less reasonable. And I thought, like, okay, this is how this world works, and I'm going with it. And what it didn't do was a reoccurring theme that was like a red thread through all of my studies was I didn't see how this is working for me. Like, it is, I can work for a company, I can work for society, I can work for a boss, I can work for money, but it doesn't really pick me up. It doesn't really make sense for me, who I really am. I lost myself in these studies, and I felt miserable, like so miserable, incredible, and it was necessary for me to choose a different path. And in that sense, like if we go along these lines, there's nothing that this world offers that reaches me at the core and confirms me as who I really am. And Jesus says, like, what kind of world are you seeing? Is the world that you see, is it blessing you? Is it keeping you safe? Is it loving you? Is it confirming you as your true identity as the Son of God, or not? Let's see.
It can seem to be doing that.
Okay.
And then you've got a job that's very fulfilling, and you've got a family, and that's great, and your life is going along quite comfortably for you. It can seem as though you're being fulfilled.
Yeah.
Whether that's at your core or not is not a matter. But maybe you're not in touch with your core.
Yeah.
But just the everyday life. I mean, I don't go through life thinking, oh, this is terrible, nothing works at all. Quite the opposite. Quite often think, that's just brilliant the way that's worked out. So that's always a kind of a pull in the opposite direction. It's like, what's going on?
Right, okay. See, this doesn't want to take anything away from us. That's one of that's one of the core teaching. Like, there's no sacrifice whatsoever. And if everything's going fine, then great, then fantastic. Like, that's the happy dream. Why not? Now, why not experience periods of fulfilled dream life? And it's necessary, I suppose, to experience that. Otherwise, from there, it's easy to wake up. It's easy to say, well, there's nothing missing in my own experience of myself. And I recognize, I've got the chance to recognize that all the things that seem to make me happy and that seem to work so beautifully, they're not really in time. They were just a reflection of my own state of mind. And I am my mind. It's not distant or separate from me. So I don't need I don't need the reflections. I have learned through the reflections that's within me. And even to an extent, and that's what we all come to an extent where I realize I don't need a body to communicate. I don't need perception to be in full communication and fulfillment, if we want to use that word. So this becomes helpful as a communication tool, but also in the recognition that I don't need it to communicate. Like, it's just a matter, like, and maybe that requires a moment of trust, because I'm so attached to this and so attached to the value I have given this that I don't really dare to make a step deeper and say, actually, you know what, if I'm really honest with myself and I'm not harming anyone here, I'm not being unloyal towards my family or to my colleagues and friends, I'm just more honest with myself, I actually don't need this in order to communicate. Wow. That's another degree of freedom that I just have discovered. And the confirmation is in my experience.
But we have it.
Seemingly. But we're not bound by it.
No.
and that's the crucial part. And the crucial part, however, is that, and that's where I have to become honest. The crucial part is that I believe that this is me, and that my happiness is depending on what this can do and what this can't do, what this can experience and what this can't experience. And this is where A Course in Miracles comes in, because that's where a change of mind is necessary. All right. So I'm not a body, I'm free, for I'm still as God created me. All right.